Now oftentimes when people think of a budget PC, they think that it's not going to have a great upgrade path. This $350 game PC however has a great upgrade path and is still going to get you some great 1080p performance in the latest games, in addition to being able to max out esports titles like League of Legends. This is Sukhjit Singh from the Hardware Hub, and let's get right into it. Now if you do end up enjoying this video, don't forget to hit the subscribe button to get the latest and greatest content from your favorite tech tuber. But enough rambling from me, let's get right into the PC itself. For the APU, I decided to go with the AMD Ryzen 3 3200G for $92. This is a quad-core APU that has a clock speed of 3.6 GHz and can be overclocked to get more performance. Overclocking is definitely nice to see at the budget because that means you can get even more performance out of this, and this is really important because even a few FPS might make the difference between a playable and unplayable experience at this price point. Now these specs are going to translate into great performance in day-to-day tasks like web browsing and document editing, and you can do moderately well in 1080p video editing if that's something you're looking to do. Now this APU comes with Vega 8 graphics, which is good for lower end 1080p gaming in the latest titles, which is pretty impressive considering the $90 price tag. If you're playing lighter games like Fortnite and League of Legends, this will be an absolute beast and you can game at 1080p high without any issues. For around $90, it's really hard to beat this for a budget PC. Now for the motherboard, I wanted something with a lot of RAM and storage expandability and overclocking support on a budget. Now I found all these in the Gigabyte GA AB350M DS3H for only $65. Now this is a nice motherboard with 4 RAM slots, 4 SATA ports, and an M.2 slot. It's pretty nice to see all this expandability in a motherboard that only costs $65. Now having this many slots may not initially seem important, but they'll be super helpful down the line if you ever decide to add more RAM or storage to this PC. This motherboard also has a B350 chipset, which allows for overclocking, which is a great feature to have. Altogether, this motherboard ticks all the boxes and does it at a low price. Now next up for the memory, we have the GL Evo 16GB set for $65. Now this is a great amount of RAM to have for gaming because most games nowadays recommend around 12 to 16GB of RAM. This kit is also dual channel, which is really important because APUs will show a huge performance bump when going from single to dual channel. Even after adding in these 2 sticks of RAM, the motherboard will have 2 more empty RAM slots, which will make it easy if you ever want to upgrade to 32GB of RAM. I also want to quickly mention that this RAM kit is clocked at 3000 MHz, which is well above the minimum DDR4 clock speed and will give this PC another much needed performance bump. This is an excellent no compromise solution for this PC. Now for the storage, if you have nothing fancy, we just have a Seagate Barracuda 1TB for $35. Now while this is an older Seagate drive, it still has all the important features that you need, like the 7200 RPM spin rate and 64 MB of cache, and it features SATA 6, which is about as advanced as hard drives get. At this budget, all you really need is a decent amount of storage for a low price, and this 1TB drive easily handles the storage needs of this PC. Now next up for the case, we have the Rosewill SRM01B for $33. Now at this budget, I don't think it's worth it to spend a whole lot on your case. Now despite the low price tag, this case can easily get the job done. This case has the usual USB ports, audio jacks, and power button on the front panel, and is spacious enough for a decent mid-range GPU like the GTX 1650 Super in case you ever want to add a GPU down the line. Design wise, it's pretty sleek and minimal, so it will fit in with the majority of setups. For under $35, this checks off all the boxes when it comes to what this PC needs. Now last but definitely not least, for the power supply, we have a 500-watt Thermaltake smart unit for $45. Power supplies are one of those things where spending an extra $10 will make a huge difference when it comes to feature upgradability. Some big features that I really like about this PSU include the 500-watt load capacity, which is a lot more than this PC needs, and this leaves a lot of room for a nice discrete GPU down the line like a GTX 1650 Super. If you haven't noticed already, I'm really making sure that this PC can easily handle some future upgrades without any major changes. Now besides that, this PSU is from a reputable lineup, so I would expect it to last you at least 4 to 5 years, if not more. While this PSU may not seem special, it'll easily satisfy your current and future needs. Now after seeing all these parts, you guys are probably wondering, how will this PC perform? Well, this is going to depend largely on what type of games you're looking to play. If you're looking to play AAA titles like Far Cry Primal, or even older AAA titles like GTA 5, you can play them at 1080p, but you will have to turn on the settings to maybe low or medium to get a playable frame rate. Meanwhile, if you're playing esports titles like Fortnite or League of Legends, you can easily max out at 1080p and get close to 60 FPS, which is a great experience. Altogether, this PC is a great PC if you're an entry-level PC gamer. Now, if you have any questions about this PC or PC building in general, please be sure to leave a comment down below, or you can send it to me on Twitter, which I'll have linked in the description down below. Also in the description, I'll have links to all the parts I mentioned, so check those out if you're interested. But yeah guys, that's all for today. If you liked the video, please be sure to hit the like button. If you didn't like it, please dislike the video and subscribe for more content. And I'll see you guys in the next one.